Indian parents, I have a warning for you. The world has changed, and if you don't come up to speed, you will lose your adult grown children. They will stop talking to you, they'll hide things from you, stop respecting you, or even worse, resentment towards you. I have three specific suggestions on how to handle your grown adult children. I'll explain each one of them to you by giving you examples, but first, let me list them. Remember that your children have the whole world on the palm of their hand. They're introduced to a very different world. And so, keeping that in mind, I have these three suggestions. Number one, learn to listen and suggest. Beware of advice and even worse, over my dead body. This is very hard to do, especially when you're convinced that you have their best intentions in your heart. Number two, don't let your ego become more important than your relationship. No matter what they end up doing, keep loving them and supporting them. Number three, learn to tolerate your own distress and anxiety, knowing that that's mine to deal with on my own. Don't push it on your children. You will stop them from leading a rich life and stop them from taking risks that will actually allow them to flourish. The way you communicate your worry or anxiety to them is important, and I'm going to explain all these three suggestions to you in detail. So, let me explain the first suggestion. When your child tells you what they want, don't immediately tell them why it's a bad idea. First, listen and understand, be curious, ask questions. Before telling them why it's such a bad idea, tell them that I would like to give you some suggestions and I would like you to think about it. In other words, you are treating them like an adult. We have a tendency as Indian parents to treat our kids like we know what's best for them, and we tell them what it is and they should not be doing anything else. And that approach may have worked so far, but it's not going to work now when the kids have a very different idea and aspirations from their own life. I'll give you an example. When I was 19 years old, which was long time ago, I wanted to get married to somebody whose profession my parents did not approve of. They told me flat that no, this is not allowed. You should not do that. Those were different days. What did I do? I completely rebelled against them. So far, I had been a very good girl, good student. But then I rebelled against them and got married to this person anyway at the age of 19. Once I was married, I kind of began to realize that it was a mistake. Our lifestyles, our expectations from our life did not work. I feel that at that time, if it was today and if my parents had asked me question and explained their concern and maybe allowed me to go date for an year, if it was really possible, if it is in today's world, maybe even live together for a year, I would have completely understood that this is not for me. Eventually, I did get divorced. Guess what? Although what I did was not a good thing for my parents or my siblings, there is one thing that they did right, and that's what helped me a lot. And that takes us to our second point. The second point is no matter what your children, do not let your ego come in your way. My parents, they accepted that I had rebelled and gotten married to this person, and they kept loving me, kept being proud of the things that I was achieving. They stayed in my life. They accepted. Of course, they had to go through tremendous amount of pain and suffering because of their favorite daughter rebelling against them, but they kept their love going. That helped me to feel confident about myself and my decisions. And eventually, I did get divorced. One good thing that came out of it is I learned to be independent. I learned to resolve my problems and my issues on my own. And that gave me a type of self esteem that otherwise I would not have had. So, if the home remains a place of acceptance, then your kids are more likely to return to you, not just physically, but emotionally. In fact, there are times in the modern world when your children may go away from you. They'll be more interested in their own needs and their own friends. And that may be something you don't approve of. However, it's okay to let them go, because that period is for them to learn to figure out things on their own. Then they come back to you if you stay put in your expression of love for them. Now, the third point, learn to tolerate your own distress. And this is very, very important. This may be hardest. Sometimes your child will choose something that makes you deeply anxious. But if you treat your anxiety that this belongs to me, and if you work on your anxiety, that will be better for you and for your child. Because if you repeatedly tell them how worried you are, you may unknowingly pass your fear on to them. They will become anxious, self conscious, and may even begin to doubt themselves. My daughter, when she became a teenager and we were living in the US, she needed to drive. I was so anxious about the idea of her driving that I would be passing on my anxiety, don't do this, don't do that, you're going too fast, so much that she started becoming very jittery when she was driving. My husband then took over. He decided to hire a person to teach her driving. One time she was going to drive from San Diego to Los Angeles. We lived in Los Angeles. She was going to drive from San Diego. And what she did was, what my husband did was, he did not tell me that she was going to drive alone. He just did not want me to feel the worry and pass it on to her. This worked beautifully, because suddenly she showed up at home and she said, I drove from San Diego. And I decided from that point onwards that I'm not going to show her my worry about her driving. Guess what? At this point, she has not only become a really good driver, driving has become her life, and her life becomes so much richer because of her ability to drive and go anywhere she wants to go. There are many other examples of what I'm saying. I know a family where, when the daughter wanted to get divorced from her husband, the mother gave her an advice that she should first think about the kids, and her husband is not so bad, and she should adjust. She should learn to control her own anger. And this advice not only drove the daughter away, she got her divorce anyway, but she stopped interacting with the mother because she felt that she was already anxious. She was already taking care of all the implications of the divorce. On top of that, not having her mother's support was harming her mental health further. So the daughter became estranged from the mother. So this is not what we want. So although our anxiety, we believe it is coming from our own worry, it is not something we need to pass it on that way. How do you want to pass? How do you want to make them aware then? For example, in this particular case, what the mother should have or could have done is to talk to the daughter and ask her the reasons for the divorce, what her plans were, and take care of her own anxiety in her own way. She could have told the daughter that, have you thought about your kids? What are your plans for this? And if, in spite of all this, if the daughter did want to go ahead with the divorce, then it is the mother's job in today's world to take care of her own anxiety and find her own peace of mind. Otherwise, the anxiety could lead to depression and estrangement of the kids. What if your child comes and says that I am gay? For Indian parents, that is very hard. I know this one guy who told his parents he's gay, and the mother was depressed for a long time. She said, what did I do wrong when you were growing up? It's not about you doing anything wrong. It is about just that's the way it is. So instead of showing this anxiety to the child or rejecting the fact that they have a different sexual orientation than what you believe is the right thing, wouldn't it be better to understand what the child is saying? Maybe think about ways in which you can allow that to be there and still be there for the child. This is what will allow the child not only to experience their authentic self, make them feel more confident, but they will in fact feel even closer to the parents. Let's say your child is choosing a career that you think is not right. My daughter, she was a high achieving science student. She got so burnt out that in her second year of college, she said, I just cannot do it. I don't want science. I want to become an artist. She was a good artist, and we just listened to her. And what she did was she went ahead, she got scholarship, she got into an art school. We decided, okay, this, if that's what she wants, then we'll allow her to do that. And guess what happened? After 1 year of being in the art school, she realized that being an artist was her serious hobby, but she could not make a living by doing that because she wasn't willing. Her love for art wasn't of the type where there is nothing else you want to do. In fact, we just reminded her that she was good in science and math. In the end, she went back to school and got a PhD in applied math. And now she's a professor. So, allowing her to go away from us, do whatever she wanted, and still support her, helped her to come back and do whatever was meant for her. So, what is the advice? The advice is, if something happens in your child's life that is a problem, take it as part of life. Nobody can avoid that. Nobody is free of suffering. Problems are part of our life. If you have a wish that your kids should not have any problems, then you are asking for trouble yourself. If you want to control your children's life, you are not allowing them to grow. You may think it's because I know that if she or he gets married to this or does this, then it will all be okay for them, but you don't have that guarantee. They live in a different world. Isn't it better to just talk to them and then allow them to choose their career, choose their partner, but you stay in their life? And if they're having problems with that, then you give them support at that time. You help them to steer towards what makes sense to them. And that is the new way to handle your kids.